What if the way you've been taught to handle conflict is part of the problem? When tension rises, you're expected to respond quickly, stay composed, and move people forward. You're told to fix the issue, manage the behavior, and keep things on track. That approach often leaves you carrying more pressure, not less, as well as create pressure or a sense of unresolved for others. Hi, I'm Dr. Debra Dupree, the Mindset Doc and your EQ Alchemist, and this is Decoding the Conflict Mindset. This episode serves as a space for you to gain techniques in how to slow down and understand what is actually happening when conflict shows up in your leadership presence. Conflict escalates because pressure reshapes behavior and narrows perspective, including yours. It's never about your lack of skill or authority, but more about your sense of awareness of self and others. When stress rises, the brain shifts into protection mode. Your pace increases, your tone tightens, curiosity drops, and perspective taking narrows. People become more certain or fixated on a certain outcome and less flexible in their thinking. If you intervene after this adverse shift, your options for resolution narrow and conversations harden, attitudes develop. This podcast exists to help you catch that moment earlier, to be proactive, not reactive, and maximize your presence and influence in all walks of life. In Decoding the Conflict Mindset, I guide you through what happens beneath the surface of attention. We look at how emotion, stress, and perception influence communication and decision-making. We talk about conflict intelligence, emotional regulation, and leadership presence when the stakes are high. I draw upon worldwide thought leaders to weigh in, share their learning experiences and techniques called over time, and also practice in their own walks of life. In 2026, the demands on you as a leader are heavier than usual. Pressure moves faster, conversations feel sharper, civility is hard to sustain. Quite frankly, the world is amok, particularly right here in this country. The ability to regulate yourself, read early signals, and intervene without escalating is no longer optional. It is a leadership requirement, one that embraces the use of emotional intelligence to achieve grace, composure, and civility. This podcast is where you build that capacity. Each episode of this series gives you a way to think differently about conflict, not as something to avoid or control, but as something you can use to understand the dynamics among people and guide effectively through conflict and differences. If you lead people at any level, learn to facilitate conversations, or find yourself navigating tension maybe more often than you like, then this space is designed for you. You're not here to react to conflict. You're here to lead through it. Welcome to Decoding the Conflict Mindset. I'm Dr. Debra Dupree, the Mindset Doc and EQ Alchemist. If this resonates with you, your team, or perhaps as you think about your next leadership event, contact me now. Let's get started on taking the next steps in making a difference.